The 2012 United States presidential election is scheduled to be held on Tuesday, November 6, 2012. It will be the 57th quadrennial presidential election in which presidential electors, who will officially elect the President and the Vice President of the United States on December 17, 2012, will be chosen, with the exception being of a tie of 269-269 split of the electoral votes, in which case the United States House of Representatives will choose the President, and the United States Senate will choose the Vice President. Incumbents Democratic President Barack Obama and Democratic Vice President Joe Biden are running for a second term during this election. Their major challengers are the Republican presidential candidate and Republican Party nominee former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney and his running mate Vice Presidential candidate Congressman Paul Ryan. 4 other candidates are mathematically eligible to win the election by a majority of the Electoral College. Former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson, the Libertarian nominee, and Jill Stein, the Green Party nominee, have attained ballot access sufficient to qualify for enough electoral votes to mathematically win the presidency. Virgil Goode, the Constitution Party nominee, and Rocky Anderson, the Justice Party nominee, have the combined ballot access and write-in status in enough states to reach 270 electoral votes, the minimum number needed to win the election. These 4 minor party candidates are regarded as having no chance of winning the election, though they are considered potential spoilers for Romney and/or Obama. As specified in the Constitution, the 2012 presidential election will coincide with the United States Senate elections, where 1/3 of the senators will face re-election, 33 Class I seats, and the United States House of Representatives elections, which occurs biennially to elect the members for the 113th Congress. 11 gubernatorial elections and many elections for state legislatures will also take place at the same time. 8 states, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Nevada, South Carolina, Texas, Utah and Washington gained votes, due to reapportionment based on the 2010 census. Similarly, 10 states, Illinois, Iowa, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, Ohio and Pennsylvania lost votes. In the political climate of 2011, this would give the Democratic Party a net loss of 6 electoral votes in states won by Al Gore, John Kerry and Barack Obama in the past 3 presidential elections, rendering the party a national total of 242. Conversely, the Republican Party will achieve a net gain of 6 electoral votes in states won by George W. Bush and John McCain in the past 3 presidential elections, rendering the Republican Party a national total of 180. Votes allocated to remaining states, i.e., those where the majority voted for both Democratic and Republican candidates during the last 3 presidential elections, remain unchanged from the national total of 115. In 2011, several states enacted new laws that were attacked by the Democratic Party as attempts to improve the Republican Party's presidential prospects. Measures were taken in Florida, Georgia, Ohio, Tennessee and West Virginia to shorten early voting periods. Florida and Iowa barred all felons from voting. Kansas, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas and Wisconsin began requiring voters to identify themselves with government-issued IDs before they could cast their ballots. Obama, the NAACP, and the Democratic Party fought against many of the new state laws, and former President Bill Clinton denounced it, saying, "There has never been in my lifetime, since we got rid of the poll tax and all the Jim Crow burdens on voting, the determined effort to limit the franchise that we see today." He said the moves would effectively disenfranchise core voter blocs that trend liberal, college students, blacks, and Latinos. Rolling Stone magazine criticized the American Legislative Exchange Council for lobbying in states to bring about these laws. The Obama campaign fought against the Ohio law, pushing for a petition and statewide referendum to repeal it in time for the 2012 election. A new plan was proposed in Pennsylvania that would change its representation in the Electoral College from a winner-take-all model to a district-by-district model. The governorship and both houses of its Congress were Republican-controlled, and the move was viewed by some as an affront to Obama's re-election effort. The election will proceed as follows. November 6, 2012, Election Day. December 17, 2012, Electoral College will formally elect a president and vice president. January 3, 2013, the new Congress is sworn in. January 6, 2013, electoral votes are formally counted before a joint session of Congress. January 20, 2013, inauguration oaths are taken. The new presidential term starts. January 21, 2013, Inauguration Day, as the 20th, the traditional date of Inauguration Day, falls on a Sunday.